For me, it's more about strategy deployment. It's the HR side, of the human side of Lean, the learning part. Listen to the demand coming into your business, the demand on your system, and learning from that experience, figure out failure demand, value demand, and then everything else just comes to you. You just pick the necessary tools from your toolbox and use those. Eliminating waste is just, if you understand the demand and you know about failure demand and value demand on your system, then all you have to do, this is the easy part, is actually design processes or the entire system to not enable failure demand. You just design failure demand out of your system. This morning I went to the Harley-Davidson tour to be a little boy again, driving the motorcycles. That was actually my perspective starting out. But I learned out there that the general manager, he was just seeing himself as a coach, a sensei for the journey. I found that very inspiring, and I see all the flow stuff, and I saw how people were just standing around the motorcycles. They were just, well, how do we do this? And curious of finding solutions to everyday problems. They were doing strategy deployment. A lot of companies could learn from that, no doubt about it.
He came out of Boeing to take on Ford, and he didn't go for a government bailout.
Come to the conference with an open mind, and maybe all of a sudden it will appear. Just now I come from a session about the communication gap. I would never have guessed I would participate in that. How to be curious of what your customer feedback is. I don't have to engage my customers in telling me what failure demand or value demand is on my company. But I have to engage with my customers in order to understand how they actually see my company values. So how do I communicate that to them? How do I understand how to communicate my values? Are my values in sync with the customers? I mean, it's not the customers who has to be in sync with me or my company. It's the other way around. And a lot of companies are going down the drain because they see it the wrong way. He gave me some new perspective